have a strap or a scarf or something nearby. Yeah, you need one. And then a couple of pillows as usual if you like, things to prop you up nicely. So, okay. So we're gonna start. You're gonna take your pillows or your cushions. Take one under the mid back and maybe one behind your head or a couple, whatever you might wish to use. I'm gonna use these fancy ones today. And then we're going to, if you have something that you want to prop under your legs, you can always do that. And if not, we can always not use props and just lay back and have the knees either apart or the legs extended. If your lower back doesn't like having your knees apart because sometimes it makes the lower back arch more, then you can maybe add a little something under your knees. So we're gonna do a few minutes of just centering and breathing and just helping ourselves to come back into the body. Yeah, so we'll take our time. Too much. So you're just gonna make yourselves comfy. Take your time. And I think actually today, why don't you just pretend like you're at the beach? So even in your makeshift abode, kind of extend the legs, open up the arms. So I have lifted up the back of the chest a lot more so that I can open up for the lungs to have more space. And then just letting the arms also open if that feels okay for you, so that we're lengthening across the collarbones. And it's really nothing technical. We're just here, balanced, supported, just feeling a sense of gravity helping us to begin to land. So to release towards the earth. And there's no hurry here. Just let yourself feel your breath. And you feel your breath slowly flowing in and out of the body. And the breath was always there with you, but now that you have made more time to notice, just know that there's nothing else you have to do. You're simply noticing what as you let yourself rest. So wherever you are, letting go of wherever you might be, whatever might be happening in the rest of life, and just allowing yourself now in the next couple of minutes to feel around the heart, around the belly, around the inner sensations of the body. Let yourself know that you're coming home to yourself right now, to your own body. Allowing yourself to notice just the breath flowing as it may in its own way. Noticing the in-breath and the out-breath. And for the next minute and a half, really just letting everything melt. Inhalation, sensing expansion and spaciousness. And with every exhalation, melting, letting go. For the next minute, just resting with the sound and sensation of your own breath. Gently enjoying the sweet quietness. Tuning your awareness to the next 5 cycles of breath. Just really enjoying the unfolding of the in-breath, the nuance of the in-breath, and the release of the out-breath. Great. And then from here, just gently sweeping your arms back. And left hand holding the right wrist, just slowly stretching the right palm away. Lengthening through your arms, then letting yourself shift a little more to your left. And as you just let yourself arch the body a little to the left, letting the right shoulder relax towards the earth again. Take a couple more breaths here, starting to even lengthen out the legs a little bit more. It feels okay to do so, even lifting up by pressing down through the calves, and just creating more length in the whole right side of the body. And then exhaling, softening all the way back down. We're just resting for a moment in between. Great. And then when you're ready, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up again. Right hand holding the left wrist. And then gently press the left palm away. And we'll shift the shoulders a little more to the right. And again, just over the next few breaths, gently lengthening, softening the left shoulder back towards the earth. And again, if it feels nice to do so, extend the legs, press away through the calves to lift up from the mat and to stretch through the entire left side of the body. Great, we'll take 2 more breaths there. And then again, release, just coming back through the center, rest the arms wherever they can be completely relaxed. Just take a moment here. Nice, and letting yourself just record that sweet little moment somatically, so it's an embodied experience. We're just bending the knees and turning to the right side. And taking your time, we're just going to start walking the hands back towards ourselves. And we'll find our way into child's pose. So child's pose is always great for your lower back. Really nice thing to do at home for yourself, even whenever you like. So just bending the knees, having the big toes together. We're going to soften the belly towards the earth and just relax the chin towards the throat. Then we're going to lengthen the arms forward, draw the outer hips back. And then as you rest towards the earth with the forehead, gently let the shoulder blades drop back and down towards your hips. We're going to take 10 breaths here, just savoring each breath, just savoring the opportunity to be in this rather magical shape. It really, really is. So as you stay here longer with each breath, you feel the vertebrae to start spacing, lengthening apart. And you can feel your breath moving into the spine. Imagine your breath, your prana, really filling through the spine, helping you to elongate and to release. Great, and with every out-breath, we're softening. Every in-breath, filling from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone with breath. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Great, and then walking the hands back to yourself. So we'll be coming into downward dog, and today we'll be staying a little bit longer in some of these poses. If anytime it feels like it's too long, feel free to come out of the pose. And if downward dog feels like you're kind of folding forward too far, feel free to have your hands on a table or chair and do a half standing forward bend instead. So in your own time, let's come into this, tucking the toes, spreading the hands, and let's draw the hips all the way up as you inhale, and as you exhale, start drawing the hips back. So for the first few, bend the knees and draw the heels back alternately. There's no rush here, just softly feeling into your calves. Let the head go, let the neck just elongate by itself. The shoulders are not efforting at all. Great, and then from here, we're going to bring the right leg all the way up. Bend the right knee and open up the right hip. And exhaling, right foot forward between your hands. Okay, so relax our shoulders here. Bring your left knee to the mat and inhale, we'll draw the arms up. And exhaling, eagle arms, right elbow under the left, and we're going to press the palms towards each other. Nice. Relax your shoulders here, draw the elbows forward, and we'll take a couple more breaths where, if it feels okay, lengthen your tailbone down and forward, and then we'll lean back for a couple of breaths. Great, and then exhale, we'll release, take the arms back, interlace your hands, roll your shoulders back, and draw the knuckles back. Nice. Relax into this, drawing the hips gently forward. Nice, and then let's come back into downward dog. So this time in downward dog, bend the knees again, draw the sit bones all the way up, and then as you exhale, draw the hips as far back as it feels good to do so. Great, relax your shoulders here, and again, let's remember to just let the head go, let the neck relax, let your shoulders relax. Great. Bend your left knee, and then we'll do our little twist in downward dog. So the right hip is going to draw back, right heel to the mat. And we're going to stay here a little while. So turn the chest to the right side. Keep drawing your right hip back. We'll take 5 breaths here. So the same as when you had done this earlier, when you were laying down and letting letting yourself savor 5 breaths. See if you can bring that same feeling in. Just feel the expansion as you inhale, and as you exhale, some release. Great, couple more like this. Nice, and then we'll come back to center, draw the heels back, just downward dog, drawing both the heels gently away and down. And from here, let's draw the left leg all the way up. Extend the left leg towards the sky. Nice. And then left foot forward between your hands, and we'll rest the right knee down. Great. Same thing here, relaxing our shoulders. We're just going to draw the fingertips up. Inhale to lengthen. And then eagle arms, left elbow this time under the right, and we'll twist the arms. Great, we'll press the palms together, relaxing the shoulders, draw the elbows forward, and the tops of the shoulders are going to draw back. Great, feel free to stay here if this is already providing a lot of sensation and even challenge, or if there's a little bit of room to move slowly back. Tailbone's going to lengthen down, heart is going to draw up, and we'll lean back for a couple more breaths. As we do that, we're going to try to relax that foundation a little bit again. Great, and then exhale, release. We'll interlace the fingers behind us, roll the shoulders back, and draw the knuckles back. Nice, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other, relaxing the collarbones down. One more breath here. Great, and then let's release. Hands towards the mat. We'll step back into downward dog. Again, draw the sit bones high. Exhale, draw the outer hips back. Nice, soften the heart towards the legs. Then we'll bend the right knee and draw the left heel towards the mat and turn the chest towards the left side. Great. So we'll stay here for 5 breaths. And again, just each breath, we'll try to see if we can enjoy each breath. So just feeling, sensing, being aware of, noticing the sensation and the release. 2 more breaths here. Great, and then back into neutral downward dog. Bend the knees, draw the sit bones way high, and again, heels are going to come to the earth wherever they go. Great, 3 more breaths here, drawing the outer armpits towards the mat. I'm going to turn the head a little bit side to side. Beautiful. Then we'll come through child's pose again. So knees apart, big toes together, relax the hips back, extend the arms, and rest all the way towards the earth. We'll take about 5 breaths there, just letting the hands relax, the arms relax, just softening with every exhalation. Great, and then from there, let's walk the hands back towards ourselves. We're going to roll over the toes. So coming forward a little bit, tuck your toes and come towards a squat. So for your squat, you can even take your feet a little further apart. Yeah, and then just sinking the hips back, elbows to the inner knees, press the palms together, and we'll lengthen the heart gently up towards the fingertips. Nice, lower back lengthens as we draw the sacrum towards the earth, the tip of the tailbone down towards the earth. We're going to try to stay here for about 8 breaths. So taking your time, anytime you want to come out of it, feel free. You can draw your elbows a little further down if there's room to do so. As you progress here, press the knees against the elbows, elbows against the knees, and lengthen the whole spine again. Nice. One more breath here. Great. And then softening, let yourself curl forward. Press down through your feet. We'll come into standing forward then. So wriggling the feet a little closer into each other. Feel free to micro bend the knees. We'll just sweep the arms back. Hands behind the legs, wherever you want to hold. Then lengthening through the heart. And as you exhale, we'll just let the spine dangle forward to wherever is happy to go. And for 3 more breaths here, as you breathe in, fill the whole spine. And as you breathe out, we'll just release forward and down. It doesn't matter how far forward we curve the body, that is not even an element that we care about right here. We're just going to let ourselves receive breath and enjoy breath. And then enjoy release as you exhale. One more like that. Great. And then from here, press down through the feet. And inhale, we'll bring the arms all the way up. Inhale, lengthening through the fingertips. Exhale, palms to the heart. Nice. We're going to come into chair. So just again, keeping your feet comfortably apart. Inhale, we'll draw the arms up. Relax the shoulders. And exhale, we'll bend through the knees. Lengthening the fingertips. Drawing the sit bones back. Releasing kind of through your mid-back, through your back body. So see if you can feel a little bit more softness there instead of kind of toughness. Just going to soften a little here. Great, we'll be twisting. So right elbow comes outside the left knee. Press the palms and turn. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then exhale, we'll come back to center. Just drape over the legs again. And then inhale, press down through the feet. We'll bring the arms all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Nice. Relaxing through the shoulders. And when you're ready, again, inhale, lengthen all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart as you bend your knees, coming back into chair. Then left elbow outside the right knee, press the palms. Nice. Draw the center of the heart towards the thumbs and draw your elbows back. Take a few more breaths like that, lengthening back through the sit bones, pressing down through the inner feet. Nice. Relax the head and just gently look up. Awesome. And then exhale, release and fold all the way down. Nice. And then we'll take the feet a little further apart. And all we're doing is you're going to drape your arms forward. If they touch the ground, let them do that, or wherever they go. We're just going to bend the knees side to side. So it's like that downward dog that you were doing and twisting. But now we're going to, with each exhale, just draw the hips all the way back. As you bend one knee and draw the other hip back. So a few more breaths like this. Great, and then exhale, we're going to drape all the way back down. Spread the palms and step back into downward dog. Drawing our heels gently away and downwards. and taking the lower ribs. So locate your lower ribs with your awareness, and then let's draw the lower ribs all the way to the top of the pelvis. So it feels like you're creating that sense of length that goes from here to draw all the way down to the outer hip. Great, let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Nice, and then let's bring ourselves forward, draw the heels back, come into plank, roll your shoulders back, draw the heels to lengthen, and then the crown of the head is going to lengthen forward. Great, and then we're going to turn a little more onto the left outer foot. Nice, and then let's turn a little more onto the right outer foot. Just side to side, a couple of times like that. And we'll try not to collapse the weight into the wrist. So your center is still holding you, your donut center. Great. And then come back to center. We're going to soften all the way back, roll the shoulders back, and come into any variation of cobra that you like. So it can be a high cobra, it could be a little lower. Just going to draw the elbows back and draw the heart up. So take a few breaths here and feel kind of the opening in the front of the throat across the collarbones. Lengthen your tailbone back. And then let's rest for a moment. So stack the hands, rest the forehead onto the hands. And take your time, take a few more breaths just to let everything that has been flowing and moving just come to a still point again. Beautiful. Okay, great. And then from here, let's come back into child's pose. So knees apart, big toes together, hips are just lengthening back. Doesn't matter where the hips land, just directionally they're going to lengthen back. And we're going to take the shoulders back a little more so that we're nice and relaxed, and forehead onto the mat. And this time in child's pose, you're going to bend your elbows and bring your fingertips to touch along the spine. I'm going to walk the elbows forward a little bit more so you feel a little more opening along the belly of the muscles of the arm as you stretch back. Nice. Let's take a few more breaths like that. Great, and then from here, let's walk the hands back towards ourselves. Nice, and we'll bring the knees together and tuck the toes again. Let's come back through a squat. So widen the feet if that feels better, have the feet on the mat if it feels better, so the heels can be on the mat and the toes can be pointing away from each other more. Or a little trick, if you want to have something to support you, you can take your little cushion, whatever you have around the house, have it under your heels. I'm going to hang out here again for about 8 breaths. So palms together, elbows gently pressing against the legs, legs pressing gently back against the elbows so that we can create that lift. Nice. Soften the chin so that the back of the neck is long. Relax into our breath here. With every exhalation, the shoulder blades are gently melting down towards the hips. The tailbone is lengthening down and forward. so you can feel the lower back lengthen. gonna cheat a little bit. We're gonna sit down and you can extend your legs forward. Take a moment there. Feel free to shake out your legs. Yeah, take a few breaths there, just chill. Nice. Then we're going to bring the feet together and have the knees apart. So I'm sitting a little higher because for, I think, my bone structure, it just always feels nicer for me to be able to come higher so that I can fold forward more easily. In this one, we're going to be bringing the arms up and twisting side to side and also going forward. Yeah, so just set yourself up for that. And then inhale, we're gonna lengthen up. And exhale, we'll come forward first. So hands can hold on to the legs. We'll draw ourselves forward and draw the heart towards the feet. So not the head towards the feet, but just the heart over the feet and forward. And we'll breathe into it. Try to come back to your breath. We'll take 2 more breaths where we're simply with the breath. Feel your in-breath. Notice your in-breath. And feel your out-breath. Notice your out-breath. And one more like that. Great. Press down through your outer feet. Draw the heart up. Nice. So now we'll twist. So inhale. Again, length from the center of the crown of the forehead, crown of the head, up to the sky. And then exhale, left hand outside the right leg, right hand behind you, and twist. Continuing to walk the fingertips, the right fingertips, a little further to your right with every exhalation. Great, and then exhale, release. We'll inhale to draw up again. Crown of the head lightly lengthening up. Chin is neutral. And then exhale to your left, right hand outside the left leg, left hand behind you. Beautiful. And sensing your own alignment from your sit bones grounding down to the crown of the head, lightly lengthening up towards the sky. We're simply breathing here, and with each breath, maybe slowly starting to walk the left fingertips a little further to the left. So deepening your twist as you exhale. Just experiencing this for 3 more breath cycles. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back to center, we'll come forward 1 more time. So inhale, let's lengthen up. And exhale, belly lengthening forward, heart lengthening forward. Arms can go wherever it feels good. And then we'll just let ourselves sense the lengthening in the front body as you extend over the legs. Relaxing our shoulders here. We're going to stay here for about 8 more breaths. So your arms are pressing maybe against the legs if they're close to each other. When you're here, you're also lengthening into your lower back. And let yourself gently tilt the head side to side, finding that neutral place again for the neck to be. Nice, and then 3 more breaths, just being with yourself, your own experience in each breath. Great, and then let's walk the fingertips forward, draw the heart up, and slowly bring yourself back to a seat. Nice. So from here, we're going to transition back to standing. So we'll take anything on the mat to the side and come back to your mat, and we'll extend the legs along the length of the mat. Nice. So pointing the toes outwards. Great. As we inhale, we're going to draw up, eagle arms, right elbow under the left, intertwine. And then as we exhale, we're just going to sit into this. Belly button is just softly drawing in towards the spine. Tailbone is lengthening down towards the earth. And as you breathe here, bring your awareness to the tops of the shoulders and to the neck. And then we're going to let the tops of the shoulders move gently back as we let the heart draw up. Great. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Great. And then we'll release. As we release, we will be folding forward. So let the toes start pointing in, the big toes. Hands onto your outer legs. Nice. Release through the spine. And with your hands drawing on the legs, we'll just draw the body through the legs. Just to whatever degree is possible. We're going to take a few more breaths here. Just gravity, elongating, releasing. Great, we'll come back through the center. Take your right hand to your left ankle or your left leg, and we'll bring the left hand onto the lower back. Then inhale here, lengthen, exhale, bend your elbows, and twist more to the left. Just gently release again the chin a little so that the neck is still happy and neutral. You're just looking softly up. We'll transition to the other side. So exhale, soften back through the center. Then breathe in, lengthen through your spine. Bring the left hand to the right ankle. Right hand to your lower back. And we'll soften forward again, bending the elbows to turn the chest towards the right side. And just breathing here, tops of the shoulders, rolling back. Lots of space for the neck and your shoulders. And breathe into it. Great, and then exhale, slide the hands behind the legs, fold all the way forward again. Exhale, let yourself continue to soften towards the earth for 2 more breaths. Nice, then walk your hands forward. And we'll bring the feet in a little more and press down through the feet. And we'll bring ourselves all the way back up. Nice. So we'll turn the feet out again. We'll be coming back into kind of a horse stance. So bringing the arms out, and this time take your left elbow under the right. And we'll press the palms together in eagle. And let's bend through the knees, draw the hips. Just gently sit bones towards the earth and the tops of the pelvis. So the hip points are going to draw up. A little bit like when we had that tilting movement when we use a block to represent your pelvis. Just tilting up a little. Great. And we'll take a few more breaths here. Pressing down through the feet, drawing the tops of the shoulders back. Belly button softening towards the spine. And then to release, we're going to soften all the way forward again. Heels are now going to press outwards, and we'll bring ourselves through the legs again. Hands onto your ankles or your calves, wherever it goes. Just drawing the body through the legs. Take 2 more breaths there. Great, and then we're going to sweep the body to the left leg, both hands holding the left ankle, and just bending the elbows, draw the belly towards the left thigh, draw the heart towards the left leg. Then come back through the center, and we'll go to the other side. Hands behind the right leg. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, just gently folding towards the right leg. Great, just a few more breaths there. Then hands back towards the center, heel toe, or if you like, you can even jump your feet back together. And fold. So we've been hanging forward for a while now. We're going to take our time so we don't get dizzy when we come up. Get lots of nice fresh blood to the head. Press down through the feet. And take your time to come all the way back to standing. And exhale, palms to the heart. Great. And then from here, we're going to take a couple of standing kind of pigeons. So inhale, we're going to draw the arms up. And exhale, you're going to bring the right ankle over the left thigh. Feel free to use a chair if you want to hold on to a chair. And then press the palms together and fold forward. Great. And this is going to be a moving exploration. So from here, again, inhale, bring yourself back. Both feet back on the earth. We can get used to the movement first. And then exhale, left ankle over the right leg as you fold forward. Great, continuing just a few more times. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, right ankle over the left leg. I find that if I overthink it, that's when I find it hard to balance. And again, feet back onto the earth. Inhale, we'll draw up. And exhale, left ankle over the right leg. Shoulders relaxing. Let's do it one more time to each side. So inhale, let's come on back. And exhale, right ankle over the left leg. Come into this sitting. And last one on the left side. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, left ankle over the right leg. Nice. Relaxing the shoulders, folding forward to wherever we can. And try to soften our expectations and just take one more breath here. Great. And then let's bring ourselves all the way back. And exhale, palms to the heart. Great. Rock a little forward and back on your feet. Bring the feet back towards each other. Close your eyes for a moment and then just find your own variation of just being in Tadasana, mountain pose. If it feels nice to let the eyes be soft and open, you can let that also just do whichever one you like. Nice. And press down through the feet. Feel the crown of the head lengthening towards the sky. Turn towards the front of your mat and transition back to being on the mat lying down. So inhale, we'll lengthen up. And exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, stepping back into downward dog. Drawing the heels back, drawing the outer shoulders back and down. Then back into child's pose, knees onto the mat, big toes together, drawing our hips all the way back. Forehead resting against the earth. Just let yourself arrive here and take a few more breaths here. Great, and then from here, we're going to take it into our child's pose twist. So sliding the left arm across your mat, left temple onto the mat, Right hand is going to lengthen up, right hand either onto your lower back onto your outer left hip. Drawing your right shoulder blade towards the spine and down towards the hips. Great. Just breathe here. As you continue to stay here, slowly just inching that left arm across your mat a little more, so that you will be feeling the sensation of opening across the upper back. Nice. We'll hang out here for 5 more breaths. And again, just giving ourselves the time to savor each breath. Beautiful. And then gently bring the right hand down and forward again. We'll transition through the center back into child's pose. Taking a few more breaths in child's pose. And then we'll transition to child's pose twist on the other side. Right palm facing up, right arm lengthening across. Gently right shoulder to the middle of the mat, right temple onto the mat. And then we'll bring the left arm up, left hand either to your lower back or to your outer right hip. Great, and then again, chin is gently released towards the throat. The back of the neck is long and neutral. Breath by breath, we're going to inch the right arm gently across just a little bit more, so we feel more opening in the shoulder blades, especially the right side. And again, staying here and taking 5 more breaths here. And then gently untwist, coming back to center. So we'll come and lay onto our backs, and we'll bring our strap with us, whatever you might use. And if you want to just hold your leg instead of using a strap, you can do that too. So we'll take our time and just make yourself comfortable. You can even put a little blanket under the head if that feels nice there. And then let's bend both the knees and lift the hips a little. Let's really draw the hips away from the ribs towards the heels. So they're going to lengthen, and then we'll rest the lower back down. So lower back is going to be nice and flat here. And then let's bend the right knee in and take the belt around the right foot. Nice. Relax your shoulders here. And relax even the bone. So everything that's stacking up here, we're going to let it release in towards the hip socket. Nice. And then just letting gravity help us again here. So just slowly letting the leg come back to wherever it wants to go. And it doesn't even have to go very far. Feel free to micro bend the right knee. We'll stay here for about 10 more breaths, just slowly, breath by breath, allowing the leg to make its way towards you just a little more, wherever it wants to go. And for some of you, if it feels nice to extend the left leg, feel free to do so. You can also have a cushion under your left knee if you like. We'll savor 5 more breaths here. And we're going to take the right leg across to the left side. If you're using a strap, both hands, left hand onto the belt. Right arm's going to relax and just let the leg move wherever it may. If you're not using a belt today, feel free to take your left hand outside the right leg and just gently kind of guide the twist. Nice. So wherever your body wants to go, just checking in right now with what feels nice here. Let that be your guide. What feels like a nice sensation to hang out in, where you can feel that things are gently releasing. Okay, so take 5 more breaths there. Great, and then inhale, bring the right leg all the way up. We're going to remove the belt. We're going to come into reclined pigeon, right ankle on the left leg. Bring the legs in. We'll interlace around the left leg and draw the legs towards yourself. Nice. Take 5 more breaths here. And as you do this, there's no efforting in the shoulders, there's no efforting in the upper body. Everything is just gently guiding towards yourself, but not in a rush. Great, and then we'll release. Next, let's take the belt around the left foot. Extend the left leg up towards the sky. So same thing here. You have your own choice of where you want to place that right leg. It could be extended. It could be maybe bent over some kind of support under your right leg. Or we can have the foot grounded onto your mat. And just simply, again, over the next 10 breaths, little by little, just letting the leg kind of find its way back towards you. And just enjoying the process of noticing breath. Allowing that unfolding. Great. And transitioning in your own time, both strands of the belt to your right hand, or again, right hand outside the left leg if that's what you're doing. And then we're going to let the left leg just cross over the body. You can have the right knee still bent, or the right leg can be straight, whatever feels best. Left arm is going to extend out to the side. And we'll breathe here. So play a little bit with knowing that it's not about getting the leg down towards the ground. It's about where you feel kind of something interesting for you. So it might be a little bit higher than you think, where you're accessing a certain area of your outer hip. So maybe there's a layer there that you have not discovered yet, and let yourself take 5 more breaths into it. Nice. And then gently bring your back belly button back to the spine, come back to center. Let's come into pigeon on this side too. So left ankle over the right leg, interlace the hands around your leg, and just slowly draw things towards the center. Take another 5 beautiful breaths here. Nothing else to have to kind of strive for. Even let your head rock a little bit side to side. Feel the opening all the way through the sides of the neck. Great. And then let's release. We're going to bring both the knees in towards the heart. Transition into happy baby. Hands holding outer feet or your ankles. Take 5 more breaths here. Great, and then we'll release the feet back towards the earth. Sweep your hands gently to cradle the back of the head. We'll bring the head a little away from the earth, but rest the head completely neutral into the hands. Then slide the hands a little further down so it's kind of cupping the base of the skull. And with your thumbs, just gently press into the divots at the back of the head a little bit. Just almost like a little massage. Then we'll draw the thumbs in and back, so to the wall behind you, opening through the elbows. Take a couple more breaths there. We'll let ourselves, maybe even let the elbows tilt a little side to side. Very subtle. A little bit of traction here. Nice. And then slowly laying back and arriving into your Shavasana. So if right now you want a little proppage, feel free to grab your stuff that you like to use. Maybe a little pillow behind your head, and a little blanket over the body, or another one under your knees. And once you have everything you need, and sometimes it's even quite nice to have one of your pillows over even the belly or the solar plexus, just wherever feels like it'll be helpful, even over the legs. So anything with a bit of weight that is going to help the body to even feel more grounded. And nothing else to have to do, just simply resting, simply being. Allowing yourself the time to just transition and to melt into Shavasana. As you rest here, sharing a poem with you, we're not here to break you open. To remember, you will know when the wind is gentle, when it quiets, when you lay on the grass to listen. The lake ripples, crows call, birds bell song, and light falls softly on the leaves. Take all you need to know you're safe and you're home. How to come home. Gently deepening the breath, smooth, deep breaths into the body. Feeling the breath, the prana, circulate throughout your body. Take your time, find your way back to any comfortable seat. We'll meet with the eyes softly closed, palms together at the heart. Let's chant Om to seal our practice. So taking a breath in. And bowing towards your heart, your home, and to each other. Namaste.